So hello guys and welcome back to Glocksmith Prediction. Today I'll be predicting my 2020 NFL Week 5 predictions. Disclaimer here, I did go 12-3 last week. So my record is 43-19-1. My goal is to get around 160 to 170 wins this year through all the 17 games that we play. Well, 16 like NFL team games, but like 17 weeks. That's what I mean. And so that's all I have to say. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, with the first AFC game here, you do have the Oakland. Okay, sorry guys, the Las Vegas Raiders here versus the Kansas City Chiefs here. And I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs here. I think it's going to be similar to the Raiders versus the Bills and the Patriots. I think that the Chiefs, they're just going to do enough to beat the Raiders here. I think the Raiders, they're going to fall short once again. And yeah, that's my prediction for the first AFC game, guys. Yay! Okay. And then with the second AFC game, we do the Denver Broncos versus the New England Patriots here. I'm going to go with the Patriots. Same thing with like Chiefs versus Raiders. I think the Patriots, they're just going to do enough to beat the Broncos here and go 3-2 on the year, guys. And yeah. And now with the with the third AFC game here, guys, you have the Cincinnati Bengals versus oh my gosh, why am I forgetting? Oh yeah, the Baltimore Ravens here. So you got the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to go with the Ravens here. I think that same thing. They're just going to do enough to get the win over the Bengals. I think this one's pretty obvious. This is definitely not going to jinx me, guys. I bet tomorrow the Bengals are going to beat the Ravens, and just you guys are going to be laughing at me, but you know, whatever. I'm still going to pick the Ravens to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. And now with the fourth AFC game here, you have the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Houston Texans here. And I would say with Bill O'Brien, I would say the Jaguars would get the dub, but since they lost Bill O'Brien and they got just a decent, my prediction is they're going to be like a decent interim coach. But okay, anyway, just whatever. I think that the Houston Texans, they're just going to do enough to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think that the Jaguars, they're gonna be losing by 1, and then they're gonna go for 2 after they get the touchdown, and they're gonna miss it. That's just what the Jaguars do sometimes. And yeah, so that's my prediction. I'm gonna have I predict that the Houston Texans will beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. And now with the second to last AFC game here, you do the Buffalo Bills, my favorite team, versus the Tennessee Titans here. And you know who I'm going for? I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills. 2 reasons. Number 1, it's my favorite team. You can call me biased, whatever. But anyway, I still, if the Bills we're gonna play the Chiefs, why can't I talk right now? I don't know. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I still think that the Chiefs, my prediction for Week 6 is that the Chiefs are gonna beat the Bills. Just a little spoiler for Week 6. I think maybe, but you can call me biased here, but I still think that the Bills are going to beat the Titans here. And yeah. And now with the last AFC game here, you have the Indianapolis Colts versus the Cleveland Browns here. And defense wins championships. Well, it's not Sunday Night Football, but anyway, defense wins championships here. And I do think that the Indianapolis Colts are going to beat the Cleveland Browns here. And now with the first AFC versus NFC game, you do the Arizona Cardinals versus the New York Jets here. And the Arizona Cardinals, they haven't been looking too good recently, but it's the Jets, and I still think that the Cardinals are going to get the win here. They're just going to do enough. I think it's going to be a pretty low-scoring game, guys. And yeah, well, maybe low-scoring. I don't know. It's probably going to be high-scoring, to be honest, but whatever. I think that the Arizona Cardinals are going to beat the New York Jets / New Jersey, because they play in New Jersey, but whatever. And now with the second AFC versus NFC game here, you have the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Pittsburgh Steelers here. And I got the Pittsburgh Steelers winning this game. I'm going with my gut. I'm going to say that the Pittsburgh Steelers, my prediction is that they will, they'll win this game. I think that defense, again, like I said, defense wins championships, and the defense is really good. I think that the 49ers, they could have beat the Eagles if Nick Mullins literally didn't throw it to the defender. But okay, whatever. But anyways, I think that the Steelers, they're gonna do enough to beat the Philadelphia Eagles here. Now with the third AFC versus NFC game here, you have the Miami Dolphins versus the San Francisco 49ers here. And this one's tough, but I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna have an upset pick here. I am gonna go with the Miami Dolphins over the San Francisco 49ers here. They almost beat a really, really good team in the Seahawks. And the 49ers, they didn't look too good against the Eagles, so just my upset pick here, I do have the Miami Dolphins beating the San Francisco 49ers. And with the last AFC versus NFC game here, you do have the Chargers versus the Saints Monday Night Football. And I'm going to go with the New Orleans Saints here. Well, Monday Night Football, but also the Patriots and Broncos play on Monday. And sorry, but I did forget to mention that the Bills versus Titans game is Tuesday. But okay, whatever. Anyway, you have the Chargers versus the Saints Monday Night Football. I already picked who I was going to go for. I do think that the New Orleans Saints are going to beat the Los Angeles Chargers. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I was having a brain freeze. I thought they changed from, Los Angeles to San Diego. Okay, whatever. The Los Angeles Chargers here. And, I already said who I would pick. I am going to go with the New Orleans Saints here. I think that Drew Brees, like the Buccaneers game, they're just going to do enough to beat the Los Angeles Chargers. And now, at the first NFC game here, you have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Chicago Bears here. Well, also, guys, I did predict the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to beat the Bears, so I am 0-1 so far. And now, with the second NFC game here, you have the Carolina Panthers versus the Atlanta Falcons here. My throat is sore here. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I'm going to go with the Carolina Panthers to beating the Atlanta Falcons. I think that Dan Quinn and the Falcons, I think that they're going to choke. They're going to go 0-5. I think that the Panthers, they're looking really good here. Matt Rule is looking like a good coach. And, yeah, so I'm going to have the Carolina Panthers beating the Atlanta Falcons. And look at this. It's a three-way tie. Who would have thought that the Panthers would be? Okay. I bet they're going to lose to the Falcons just because I said that, but whatever. I'm still picking the Carolina Panthers beating the Atlanta Falcons. And now with the third NFC game here, you have the Los Angeles Rams versus the Washington Football Team here. And I think that the Rams, similar to the Rams versus Giants game, they're just going to do enough to beat the Washington Football Team here. I think that the Rams, they're just going to do enough to win. And, yeah. Now, with the second to last NFC game here, you have the New York Giants versus the Dallas Cowboys here. I do think that the Cowboys are going to beat the New York Giants here, similar to the Rams versus Washington Football Team game. I think that the Cowboys are just gonna do enough to beat the New York Giants. And now with the last and final game here, you have the Minnesota Vikings versus the Seattle Seahawks here. And I think it's Sunday Night Football. And you're going to have the Seattle Seahawks beat the Minnesota Vikings here. I think that it's going to be similar to the Cowboys versus Seahawks game. Seahawks are just going to do enough to beat the Minnesota Vikings. And yeah. And that's going to be it for the video, guys. If you like the video, I highly recommend if you hit the subscribe button. That's going to be to the left. And then a video is going to pop up right here to the right. And yeah, guys, just hit. If you like the video, please just subscribe, like the video, and turn on the notifications. And yeah.